everybody, and welcome to Outside Food and Drink. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today we're going to be discussing 2001's Valentine, directed by Jamie Blanks, who we will also know as director of that same era, Little Morsel. It feels like it was everywhere at the time, and now you don't hear about it much. Urban Legends, which is a movie I like a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Basically, this movie is about 13 years after several girls reject young Jeremy Milton's request for a dance at a middle school shindig. Cupid runs out of arrows and must find another way to everyone's heart. All right. We got a very 2001 cast here. David Boreanaz, Denise Richards, Katherine Hagel. So it's good stuff. I'll get out here in front of this and say, to me, I would say this is characteristic of a lot of these movies at the times, including Urban Legend. I think at the time, I didn't really appreciate these movies.
Yeah, I think they were...
I think maybe I was into things slightly darker and grittier, and this is very polished. This has a sheen on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into movies like that at the time, so I didn't appreciate these movies until later.
I think we were so over the 80s. By 2000, we were not ready for 80s movies to come back.
Yeah, and this is a very 80s movie. I mean, not aesthetically. I mean, it definitely looks like a movie from 2001. Everything is 2001 appropriate, but as far as, like, the structure of the story and the approach, it's very 80s.
Very 80s.
It is, and this is after we've had Scream, and so we're like, we don't want to do this again.
Exactly.
We were just coming off of having deconstructed all that 80s stuff. It seemed weird to be going back to that well already, but in hindsight, it's a good movie.
Yes, it is.
It works.
Yes, it does.
So let's talk about the movie itself. We get an opening at this, speaking of the 80s, this middle school dance. It's 1988, I think.
Yeah.
There's this guy, Jeremy Milton. He's kind of the typical way they presented nerd. Oh,
yes.
He's dressed neatly and he's wearing glasses. He's a nerd.
Exactly. That's all you needed then.
Yeah. So these girls who will be the core characters of the most of the movie, they're terrible. They're terribly mean. This setup and stuff, I start thinking about Prom Night, which is a movie we might discuss later. If it's a movie you've never seen, you should definitely familiarize yourself with it.
Yes, you should.
But they're these insults. One of them actually says, "I would rather be boiled alive."
Yeah.
Than dance with you, Jeremy.
How rude.
I mean, what the... It's just a dude. If you've ever seen any movie like this, you know he goes up to this girl, Kate, and he asks her to dance. And she's like, maybe later. Sorry. I'm not, like, really into it right now, but maybe later. I'm like, oh, I knew right away. I was like, Kate's not going to get killed.
Yeah. Kate's safe. She said maybe later. I mean, she took the nice way out.
Yeah. But meanwhile, this Dorothy girl, who's his next stop after Kate, let's talk about body image in the 90s and 2000s.
Holy.
So Dorothy is, you can tell if you're looking at her next to the other girls.
Yes.
She's a little heavier or whatever.
Yes.
Or maybe she's not quite as put together or whatever as the other girls seem to be very on trend and like...
Makeup, hair,
yeah. And
it's all there, and she just kind of looks like she brushed her hair. And...
I mean, she's put together, it doesn't look like she's rolled out of bed, but she's not,
Yeah.
They have the other girls looking like little, striving to be models or whatever.
Yeah.
Dorothy looks like a
Yes.
middle school girl at a middle school dance. But, we'll get into it later in the movie, Dorothy is seen as the fat girl that nobody wants to hang out with, and they talk about it later in the movie. Thank God people's approach towards this stuff has changed. But back then, you're coming off a heroin chic where it's like, yeah, if you did not look like you needed medical attention right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But regardless of Dorothy's appearance, she's not a great person. She goes and makes out with Jeremy under the bleachers, which is okay.
Smooching it up.
But next thing you know, these little boys, these boys that we never see again, who are the actual problem.
Yeah.
They sneak under the bleachers. They have this fruit punch, and they pull down Jeremy's pants. And he goes staggering out into the dance with his pants around his ankles. And there's this kid in the background wearing this really weird, creepy Cupid's mask.
Yes.
Why was he there in a Cupid mask?
I don't know. It was so creepy, though, because I wondered that, too. I was like, why is he the only one with the mask on?
Yeah. It was
why?
weird.
Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, this is not a costume ball. This was just a Valentine's dance. Flash forward to 13 years later. Shelley, who was one of the girls that we had met at the dance, played here by Katherine Hagel. The adult version is played by Katherine Hagel. She's talking to this guy, Jason. They're out to dinner. He is talking about himself in the third person.
Yeah, that just wigs me out.
Yes, like Jason and Shelley should have children.
Jason likes this lettuce.
Jason, and he's got spinach in his teeth. And he's not like, oh, excuse me, oh, yeah, I'll be right back. He just like claws it out of his teeth.
Right in front of her after she tells him it's there, yeah.
Yeah. So Shelley kind of is like, the date's over. We're going. And she's a med student. I guess she's studying for exams or whatever.
She said something about exams at dinner.
So she goes to the medical school or the hospital or whatever to look at this, do some work on this cadaver to get ready for her exams. It's a we got a standard setup here. We got a lot of standard setups in this movie. The payoffs are really good, though.
Yeah. She's
in this cadaver lab at night, and she hears a creepy noise, and there's no lights on anywhere. There's no lights. Why? Is there a power outage? Why are they not? Turn on some lights, girl. What are you doing?
It's for the movie, but in real life, that place would have been lit up like a Christmas tree if I was there at night.
Yeah, and it'd be real. There would be security.
She wouldn't be there by herself.
No, she wouldn't be.
It's crazy.
She decides to go investigate creepy noises. But there is another student there she runs into who seems strange, but don't make a lot of it. Yeah. She's had a bad night with men, so she's just whatever.
She's over any kind of a male figure. Just go away.
But she goes to her locker. There's a little Valentine's card on her locker with this little knife thing that goes.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
At that point,
I'm out.
I gotta go.
Done. Like if I just open a card and it's something like you're gonna die and there's the knife going up and down when you pull the little thing.
Yeah. We're done.
No. Out.
I would be like, I can study in the morning. I can just, or can wait till anybody else is here. Like literally anybody.
Yeah.
Except for this weird, creepy fellow student.
Go home and cut up your pillow or something.
Anything, girl. But she goes back to, she's been calling this cadaver Chad. While she's working on him, she covers his head because she doesn't want to look at him. So you just see his torso.
Yeah.
And he is kind of built like a Chad.
Yeah.
So she's calling him Chad. And she's got the scalpel in her hand. She goes back to the cadaver. She's got a scalpel in her hand. You know right away. That is not Chad, girl.
Like half the torso's covered back up. And
yes.
It's just like a different build, really.
Well, I was going to say something, but we'll talk about it at the end. So she alerts on this, and she's got the scalpel that she's been doing the cadaver work with. And what's driving me crazy, she's going to use the scalpel for defense. And her grip on the scalpel, while it may be great for doing cadaver work, it's not great for self-defense.
Yeah.
And she doesn't flip her grip at all.
No, she doesn't.
It makes
She's just keeps going. Yeah. So
yeah.
This isn't going to help you, honey.
Yeah, this is bad. So there's the usual cat and mouse around this lab. There's a classic curtain attack,
Of course.
Hide behind the curtain. We see it all coming. We see it all coming. And here comes the killer now. He's just got this cherub's mask on, so we don't see the face.
But she's smart. She runs into
the morgue,
where all the dead bodies are in bags.
Right.
And there's nowhere to hide.
There's nowhere to hide, right. And I thought something different was going to happen, but I was wrong. So the killer comes through. It's funny when you watch these movies in hindsight. Like, I think we did this with Black Christmas 2006. Is when they have this cast there, and it's early on in their careers. You understand that, and you kind of lose the reference over time. So now looking back, I'm not thinking, nobody knows who Katherine Hagel is, or she's not really a big deal at this point. I'm just thinking, like, they can't kill Katherine Hagel.
Yeah. I mean, I think no matter what movie you watch, when you see somebody who's popular in there,
yeah,
and it's like a horror slasher killer movie, you're like, they can't kill them.
But then you don't think that person wasn't popular back then. It's kind of like Friday the 13th with Kevin Bacon. If you watch it 5 years after that, you're like, they're not going to kill Kevin Bacon. Nobody's going to kill Kevin Bacon. But now we're at the opposite end. So Kevin Bacon's on the other side of his career. So, like, yeah, they'll kill Kevin Bacon. So anyway, here comes this killer. He sees all these body bags. He's stabbing into each one, and there's no reaction. So he's like, okay, well, I guess that's a corpse. And he comes, finally, she's in the very last one, and he doesn't stab that one. I guess he realizes,
he knows.
That's her. So he opens the bag, and he slits her throat, and then he zips it back up, which is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like You're gonna die. Do you want to die looking at the ceiling, or do you want to die inside the body bag?
Do you want to see plaque, or do you want to see a nasty morgue ceiling?
I don't want either one. I don't want to die getting my throat slit in a body bag.
I don't want to die knowing it's coming. Just take me when I'm sleeping peacefully.
Well, careful what you wish for.
Wow.
I thought for sure she was going to try to actually hide under one of the bodies.
She could have. I didn't think about that, because if she had gotten in there quick enough, she could have gotten under the body and popped it up. So even when he went through, it wouldn't go through the whole body. She would have been much safer that way.
Yeah.
But would he have gone back and opened every single bag then?
Maybe.
Because, he opened the first two, but then he just stabbed all the rest until he got to the last one.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, she's dead now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this is where we catch up with Paige and Kate. They are doing the speed turbo dating thing. All these guys that she's meeting are terrible.
They're horrible.
But they get the call that Shelley is dead. Dead. And at the funeral, we get to meet Kate's boyfriend, Adam, who is played by David Boreanaz. He's got a drinking problem. And he's working on it for Kate. She's laid down the law. And so he's trying to work on it.
Yes.
Paige wants to know if her outfit is appropriate for a funeral. I'm like, look, everybody grieves differently. I don't really care. If you don't come in dressed in a clown suit, I don't care. Unless it's a clown funeral, then you might want to do that. But for most funerals, who cares how you dress as long as you're being respectful? But I'm like, this might be a little much, because this was like a clubbing outfit almost.
Yeah, it was kind of cut low.
It was
slit high.
As Patty might say, is cut down to here and cut up to
there. Yeah, it was that.
Yes, if you don't know what we're talking about with Patty, go check out the My Bloody Valentine episode.
Then you'll figure it out.
Yep. So we meet Detective Vaughn, who is questioning all the women about Shelley. We find out the guy that she had been on the date with, the terrible date, Jason Marquette, is gone. He's missing.
Doom, doom, doom.
Doom, doom, doom. And now we're catching up with Dorothy, who has never left middle school, apparently. She gets a card, a Valentine's Day card.
Yes, she does.
There's Valentine's Day cards throughout this movie, of course, and they all have these morbid little contents. This is my favorite one. This one is very clever. I like this one. It says, roses are red, violets are blue. They'll need dental records to identify you. I liked it.
Yeah, it's really cute.
But Dorothy, she's nasty. They have this maid named Millie. She's a real bitch to Millie. And there's this guy, Campbell. The moment you meet him, your bullshit detector goes off.
Yep.
Oh, I need a place to stay. I'm getting the startup going, but I'm getting kicked out in the meantime. And Dorothy just wants a piece, She's like, oh, you can stay here, Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah. She's everything you imagine a middle school girl would be.
Yes, except she's
still
25.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's treating people the way she was treated in middle school.
Yeah, it's all, there's no subtle psychology here.
Yeah.
We meet Dorothy's stepmother, who's Kim, who Dorothy calls the mail-order bride from hell. And I'm just, okay. I get where Dorothy's coming from. Like, she's like, why? She's my age or whatever. You know, maybe younger. I don't know. But, wait a minute.
I think Dorothy's just mad because she's almost the same age as her stepmom at this point. And
yeah. It's always awkward.
It's always awkward. Not only is it just awkward, but Dorothy's an only child.
Yeah.
So she expects to get everything.
Maybe
and then
not.
Daddy remarries.
She's not going to get everything.
And and who knows if Daddy's changed his
Well, you know what, Dorothy, with
yet.
this attitude, if you were my kid and you had this attitude, I would definitely change my will.
I mean, if you were my kid with that attitude, you wouldn't have been in the will to start with. I'd have been like, you want something? Earn it.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to get back to Dorothy. Don't worry.
Yeah, she comes and goes.
She comes and goes. We catch up with Kate. She's in the shower. Her water stops. This is what I'm talking about. I like this movie, but like they do these things. The landlord's name is Murray. Just Murray, the pipes, Murray. And so she's gonna rinse off. Okay, so she's in the shower. She's got shampoo and shit in her hair. Water stops, so she's like, "Oh no, I've got to I got to get to work. What am I going to do? So she sticks her hair in the toilet to rinse it off.
She does look hesitant at first. I will help her there.
She doesn't look hesitant enough. I want to note, though, she doesn't put it in the tank, which is where you should have. Okay, I got to rinse out my hair. I guess I'll use the toilet. Put it in the tank. She puts it in the fucking bowl. In the pee and poop.
Well, hopefully she had been, like, flushing the toilet the whole time. I know that does not matter to you whatsoever.
It's not like there's some super ray that...
Okay, first of all, I'm not putting my hair in the toilet either way. Tank or toilet bowl. I am going to figure out a way... There is enough water in a gallon of water to take the shampoo out of my hair. But
she didn't have any water. She went...
I know she didn't, but I know I always do. So I'm not helping her here, but yeah, I don't understand why she couldn't find another way to do that.
Yeah. I mean, the tank was right there. The tank was right there. Anyway, she goes out into the hallway.
Yes.
In her towel. She's making a lot of decisions here. I'm like, why are you this is not a college dorm room.
Bad
why are you
decisions.
wandering the hallway in a towel?
Yeah, not cool.
And there's in the elevator, there's a cherub's mask that we've already seen killing Shelley, and it's propping the elevator door open.
Yes.
And as she notices this, like, oh, that's weird. This guy, Gary, who's her neighbor, comes out. And he does this compulsive rhyming thing, which is definitely giving, like, Dean Corll vibes. Like, yeah. But you know right away, this guy is so weird and creepy. This guy's not the killer.
Yeah, he's too weird and creepy to be the killer.
Yeah. We go back with Paige and Lily. Lily's another girl from this opening scene at the middle school dance. They're watching these dating tapes. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so this is like 2001. They have like Match.com and stuff like that. Videotapes feels kind of older than this.
Yeah.
Era. It feels like the 80s. Like
yeah.
really like the 80s.
Yeah, it does.
Early 90s maybe. Either way, they're watching this videotape. They're being kind of nasty about.
Yeah.
I'm like, but wait a minute, you're the one watching his videotape. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They get a box of Valentine's candy at the door. We're taking a page out of My Bloody Valentine. Not quite as cool as a human heart, but it is.
It is pretty cool, though.
It is. She bites into it. There's maggots in the candy. And it's from somebody. The initials are JM. They're like, well, who's JM? And Paige right here says, hey, remember Jeremy Melton? Okay, here we go. The movie wants us to believe that Jeremy Melton is the killer.
Yes.
JM, everything. Here's the fatal flaw in that. Okay. So we saw Paige when she was younger. I think she was the I'd rather be boiled alive girl. I think
so too.
So on all these girls, none of them had a crush on Jeremy. They were just like, go away. I'm telling you, Paige in middle school with that attitude, 13 years later, she could not remember Jeremy Melton's name. You could have said it to her face. You could have shown him the picture of the yearbook, and she'd be like, I just don't remember him. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's no way she's pulling that name out of the depths of her memory and be like, hey, remember Jeremy Melton?
Yeah, not happening.
I mean, even Lily's like, who? What? Wait, who? So, anyway, Paige and Kate go to a party. Jason is there, staring creepily.
Yes.
At everybody.
Everybody.
And Lily is there. We meet this guy, Max. Max is a little better as a red herring because he's kind of a jerk. I mean, he's kind of creepy, but his predominant personality trait is not creepy. His predominant personality trait is that he's a jerk.
Yeah.
And so I think he actually work as a red herring because you're like, it's not impossible to believe that he would do it, but it's not like so obvious as it was with Gary, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, maybe Max has got something to do with all this. Paige is talking to Campbell, the startup guy that is staying at Dorothy's house, but then Dorothy appears and she's like, That's my leech there, lady.
My peace leech.
That's my leech, yep. My peace leech. What they're at is Max's art exhibition. I guess they're trying to code him as a kind of jerky type of artist, but he feels more, I'm going to tell you, he feels more like a musician than a visual artist.
Yeah.
Like personality. Don't ask me why I know this or why I have this opinion, but he feels more of a jerk in a musician way than a visual artist way.
Okay, I guess we'll leave that alone.
They're distinctive types of jerks.
They're a special type of jerk? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
Like...
But anyway, I mean, he just doesn't feel very smooth or whatever. But anyway, he's explaining the show. Kate is... Okay, we're talking about this cherub mask.
Yes.
Because Kate talks about this cherub mask that she saw in the elevator, which Dorothy remembers from the dance.
Yes.
Which is interesting because we just got a snippet of it when we had that flashback.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they kind of scan and they stop at the mask person and then they go back to what's going on. So it's like not even very long.
So it's interesting that Dorothy remembers this mask. And then now Lily is like, we were just talking about Jeremy Milton for no apparent fucking reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, Max and Lily, they find a quiet corner and they start making out. And Max has an assistant. She kind of is sneaking around the corner and she sees these two making out. So she starts unbuttoning her shirt.
Yeah.
It's like, are we doing an unauthorized three-way here? What's happening? And Lily's like, wait a minute. What is she doing? What is going on? And she calls him a cheap, hypocritical sleazeball. And he's like, well, you knew that. Like... This is not news to you. I like this scene. Now we're talking about this movie, having scenes that we like. When I think about this movie, this is the scene I think about. I like this scene. So this art installation, this whole thing is basically a maze.
Yes.
And there's different videos and stuff going on around corners in each wall hallway and stuff like that. So basically Lily's trying to get out of this maze.
Yes.
And there's a stairwell. And Cupid finds her. Mm-hmm. They unload like 3 arrows right center of mask.
Yeah.
Lily is dead.
Dead.
She falls over. She flips over the edge of the stairwell and goes flipping all the way down to the bottom, which, again, you know, you make these connections in your mind. I immediately thought of when he killed a prostitute in American Psycho, chases her down the hall, and then she gets to the bottom of the stairs and he drops the chainsaw on her.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But it's a great... I like the arrows. I wish they had been more consistent with the arrows, but I like the arrows. And I like the flip over the stairwell. It's pretty good. And then Cupid's nose starts bleeding.
Yes.
On the outside of the mask.
Yep.
Now I'm trying to figure out the physics of this mask. It's got to be pretty close to Cupid's face.
For the blood to come out the mask like that.
Yeah, like a perfect little stream.
It's almost got to be like when you put on a ski mask over your face and it's like right up against your skin. This mask has to be right up against his face.
Yeah. I think even a ski mask would be too thick.
Yeah.
I think the physics of this don't make a lot of sense, but whatever. There's a nosebleed. There is a disgruntled girlfriend / investor of Campbell's that shows up. We get a lot of relationship drama here.
Yeah, we do. A necklace that supposedly was hers that Dorothy is now wearing.
Yes, which will, be important. It's a little Cupid necklace. So anyway, Detective Vaughn wants to talk to the girls. Apparently a remembrance card was sent to Shelley's parents, signed by Jeremy Milton. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm not taking up for Jeremy Milton. But he's making out with this girl. These guys come in, pants him, and then humiliate him in front of the whole dance. And this is typical. You hear this story a lot. When people get bullied and they finally react, they're the ones that get punished and not the people that were bullying them.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. They did this terrible thing. This kid lost his mind.
Yeah.
And he gets put into a reform school. Like, what about the motherfuckers that pantsed him?
Exactly.
What happened to them?
What about those assholes?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so Dorothy then comes clean with Paige and Kate that Jeremy didn't actually attack her that night.
Because she claimed he attacked her.
Which was part of, this decision to send him away. So she missed that didn't actually happen. But anyway, Kate is at home, and she's doing internet sleuthing. I don't know why Adam makes the decision to sneak up behind her and spook her, but he does. We have Vaughn with the girls again at the police station. And
I just want to say real quickly, this cop is nasty.
This cop is terrible. Okay, the Detective Vaughn is terrible. So he's showing them pictures of Jeremy Milton. And one of the girls is like, do you have anything more recent? And he's like, well, don't you think if we did, you'd be looking at them? Like, okay, that's a fair point. But he's questioning them about their boyfriends. Dorothy does not know Campbell's last name. How is this possible? I don't know.
I mean, he's just a peace leech.
I guess so. But yes, now we're talking about Vaughn being gross. He asked Paige to stay behind. And this is outrageous because he sits her down, he's touching her, he's like, what are we going to do about this sexual tension? Okay, look, when I say, okay, this is Denise Richards at the height of her powers, basically, right? And this Detective Vaughn, who, like there's nothing just patently wrong with him. He's fine. I mean, not fine as a fine. You know, he's like just an average, normal, middle-aged guy,
yes.
Right? Okay, we're not talking about Detective Vaughn, played by like David Boreanaz, at the height of his powers.
Yeah.
We're talking about just standard middle-aged guy and Denise Richards, height of her powers, and not like billionaire middle-aged guy. Just what sexual tension are you talking about, sir?
It's the type of sexual tension where only one feels it.
I mean, he's touching her and he's
being
weird.
He touches her leg and she's just like looks down at where his hand is on her leg like, what is going on? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. So anyway, we do go to Katie's house. We see a gloved hand, very jello. We see a gloved hand, crab, Katie's hot iron. And he goes into Katie's bedroom and there's Gary trying on Katie's underwear.
Yeah.
So the killer with the iron proceeds to whoop up on Gary and
kill him.
No more Gary.
Well, he irons him.
He does iron him. Gets all the wrinkles out. Katie gets home. It's one of these buildings that you have to get buzzed into. So he's just waiting outside for her. And she gets there, and he had talked to the detective as well. But anyway, when Kitty goes up to her apartment, you think, okay, what's going on? But nothing. There's no Gary. There's no iron.
Yeah.
Iron's all nice and wrapped up. But Paige is there.
Yes.
And she's talking about how Vaughn is a lech. We find out when Dorothy calls that the police came to talk to Campbell. And they picked him up, right?
Yes.
And they also picked up the Jason Marquette guy.
Yes.
Talked to Campbell, nothing really came of it. So Campbell goes back and he's with Dorothy. And she gives him a watch. I mean, she's being really weird with him.
Yeah.
I feel like it was very obvious to us, the viewer, that he's like, I just want a place to stay for a little bit.
And she took it as, I want a piece of meat for a little bit.
I mean, yeah, she's being very clingy and needy with him.
Yeah, she is.
This is where he gives her the weird necklace.
Yeah.
Or the cherub necklace.
Yes.
Which will come back later. We'll find out that it actually belonged to his ex, which is this investor woman that's been showing up.
Yes.
At parties and stuff. The timing was weird here because she'd given him this watch. Did they fuck after that? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because then she was in the shower and it looked like they had finished fucking. It was weird.
Yeah.
But then he gives her this necklace. My thought was at the time, before we knew that this belonged to the ex, I was like, he just had that laying around. He was like, oops, she gave me a present, I gotta give her something.
You know, my first thought was, because he waited until she was in the shower, my first thought was, did he just like go through her jewelry and pick something out that was hers to give to her?
That she forgot about.
Yeah, like, you know, I thought that.
That was very possible, yeah. Yeah, but I was like, what? Why does he just have this laying around?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do get to witness him having a sketchy phone call about some money, about wiring, putting some money into an account, and we're like, hey, what's that about? That sounds like mafioso stuff there. But he gets put off here. There's some problem with the hot water, so Dorothy tells him to go tend to the hot water, and he grumbles about being staff or whatever. I mean,
you're staying there rent free.
Maybe I'm giving Dorothy too much credit, but this hot water situation, The hot water is not in the house. This house is huge. It's not a house. It's a mansion, true mansion.
Yeah.
And the hot water, I guess it has what in olden times would be a spring house, you know?
Yeah.
That's basically what this is, except it's not like a spring. It's just all the plumbing controls, the hot water heater and everything for the house.
Yes.
Which most people would have in their garage or in a closet somewhere. They have a whole separate building for it. So he goes to this thing, and you see the cherub in the background. And this is very straightforward. There's no arrows. There's no games. He's just axe to the back.
Yep.
You're dead.
That was a pretty good scene.
It was pretty standard. So we know Campbell wasn't the guy.
Nope.
So anyway, another party. These people are partying all the time.
Well, I mean,
I know.
Dorothy's got the money to throw the party.
The soundtrack is interesting. It's a very nostalgia soundtrack.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're at this party. Katie and Paige are circulating. Still no Campbell.
Nope. And she's very upset.
Yes. People are talking about Lily.
Yeah, she was supposed to leave to go to LA for a job or something to that effect. So they all think she's gone to LA.
Yeah, nobody's making much about Lily right now. Because, they think there's a reason she's not there. Here comes Adam. So he has this IOU.
Yes.
For TLC.
Yes.
And he's wanted to cash it in.
Yes. Don't know what else to tell you there. He had gotten her some flowers, and so she pulled out a receipt from her purse and wrote IOU TLC.
So he wants to cash that in like immediately. Now, let's go. She's like, but I'm at a party. One of these guys from speed dating is there that Paige had kind of been flirting with during one of these speed dating things. And he has something he wants to show her upstairs. I'm like, have you? Girl, it's his dick. He wants to show you his dick.
I know the whole time they're walking upstairs, I'm like, you know what he wants to show you. Is this really worth all those stairs?
What? I'm sorry. This is, it's... Dorothy is seething about any other woman getting any other attention from any other man ever in the world, anywhere at all.
Yeah.
Nobody is allowed to have fun.
No.
Nope. Well, I don't have a dick in me. So this guy, Brian, he gets Paige upstairs, and then she's like, oh, okay, you just wanted to show me your penis. Like, yes.
Yeah.
We've been shouting that at you ever since he said he had something he wanted to show you.
But for some reason, you can't hear us through the TV.
And 25 years or whatever.
I mean, damn, stop. Think.
Okay. I have a problem with this scene and this mindset here. Was it sketchy for him to do this? Yes. He was able to do it, though, because she's impossibly naive. She's a grown woman. A guy you barely know wants to show you something upstairs where nobody else is. It's his dick.
She knew what it was. She was just messing with him and making him wait it out.
Yes, but is he still being a weird, annoying asshole? Yes, but you don't actually have to fuck him here.
No.
But what she does instead, she gets him on the bed, and she's like, close your eyes, starts tying him up. It's going to be kinky and fun. She blindfolds him. And that would have been funny in a little prank way.
Yeah.
Nobody's actually getting hurt. You let him freak out for a minute and say, just don't be an asshole anymore.
Yes.
Lesson learned. Fine. Or don't be an asshole with me anyway. Whatever. Fine. Lesson learned. She doesn't do that. They have candles lit up everywhere. So she takes some hot wax, and I was like, even if you had poured it like on his arm or something, that would have been over the line. But she pours it on I don't know if it's actual dick or his balls.
It's the area.
That's too much. And it's not okay. He was being inappropriate with you, but he was not forcing himself on you. It's not like he wasn't taking no for an answer. He wasn't, none of that was happening.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And I feel like this got normalized a lot in that time period.
Yeah.
And it was played for laughs. Now, does she deserve what happens to her later because of it? No.
No.
But I didn't like this part.
Yeah.
It was way too much. Like I said, tying him up and leaving him there and kind of waiting until he starts freaking out and then going back in and untying him or what. That would have been funny. But this was not that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is where Campbell's ex shows up and sees Dorothy's necklace, and she's like, oh, I recognize that thing.
Mine.
That was mine. Why is Max at this fucking party? I thought Max's only tie to anybody was that he was Lily's fuck toy, and now she's in L.A.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, this is where we find out that Lily is not in L.A. Well, they find out. We know she's not in L.A.
Yeah. I mean, they've called because
Yeah.
I guess he wanted to talk to her, and they said she never showed up in LA.
Right. She's not in L.A. So Lily's on the radar now. So Campbell's ex, when she had this confrontation with Dorothy about the necklace, Dorothy kicked her out of the party, but she snuck right back in because nobody's keeping track. There's no security or anything.
Yeah,
It's
she
just-
doesn't have any goons.
Yeah. And there's just people in and out all over the place. So she gets back into the party and she gets into this, like, it's a little side room off or whatever, and she interrupts the cherub, we're going to call him the cherub, is dragging Millie. We will remember Millie, who is the maid that Dorothy is impossibly cruel to.
Yes.
We see the cherub dragging Millie's body out from a closet. She's dead. She's dead. Like, not even a little bit. She's way dead.
Yeah.
So the ex knocks him out with a pool cue. The choices here, again, are very stereotypical 80s slasher. Do not lock yourself into places where you cannot control the conditions,
Yeah.
or there's not another way out.
Yes.
So she locks herself into a sauna.
Yeah. Bad choice.
Yeah.
Very bad.
And she gets kind of behind the seat, so it's not like she's just right there in the sauna where, you know, if somebody looks in the window, they can see her right away. But she does this thing where she closes her eyes when the cherub's face appears in the window. I'm like, well, yeah, if you close your eyes and you can't see him, he can't see you, right?
They can still see you.
Yeah. And I noted here, and I just want to say, it's like in this scene, but especially in this shot here where the cherub's like looking at the, I was like, that cherub mask just looks kind of like a mom, you know, like just a middle-aged mom. Like, what are you doing in there?
What's going on?
She gets out of the sauna. You think right away he's just going to fry her out or boil her out or whatever. But she gets out, but there's these showers with all this glass everywhere, and she breaks the glass door, and it's pretty gnarly. He just kind of impales her neck on this protruding glass shard from the shower.
Yeah.
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 Stay away.
I don't want a
If you're
house
being
that
ch-
has more glass in it than anything
Well,
else.
you know, and here's like pro tips. If you're being chased by a killer,
Yes.
go towards people. She had an option to go towards people. She didn't take it.
Yeah.
But also, yes, stay away from plumbing, from heat sources, from any place where they can get you cornered.
Glass.
Any
Glass
place
is
like,
bad.
if they can get you cornered, like if you're in a room and they get you in the corner, I don't mean cornered like that because you can still fight your way out. But like getting into a closet or a box or something where they can just lock you in and you're dead.
Or trying to go out a window when they're right behind you.
Yes, I mean all of that. Like just
Come on.
just
Think about this.
think about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Begging you to stay alive
Stay out of
sometimes.
saunas. I've seen so many tragedies. Anyway, so Katie is catching Dorothy up on this Lily situation. Hey, Lily is not in L.A., as we thought she was. In the meantime, Vaughn calls, and they had to let Marquette go for lack of evidence.
Dum, dum, dum.
But Vaughn's on the way.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so everybody's got a beat on this Marquette guy.
Yeah.
All right, it makes sense, actually, if you see the way he was acting and you compare it to the way young Jeremy Milton acted, you're like, I can see the similarities. you know.
Yeah.
Adam is there at this party, and he's drinking again.
Adam.
He's been doing really good. He's been ordering, you know, water and orange juice or whatever the whole time, and now he's drinking again.
Yeah. So disappointed.
We are very disappointed.
He's better than this.
He is better than this. Anyway, Paige, for some reason, again, why alone in a hot tub. It is not even like a hot tub on the back patio where everybody's partying.
No, this is like,
A hot tub in a dungeon.
yeah, the other
This
side
is-
of the house. The part of the house where everybody can be killed.
Yes, this is the far end of the house from where anybody is. Like, nobody's here.
So if anybody's over here, you know they're getting killed.
Right.
You're done.
I was very animated during this scene because I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so she's in this hot tub. It's the kind of thing where she gets distracted, and when she comes back, there's a rose and a champagne, right? And you're like, what? Wait, how did... Girl, ask yourself how all this happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She realizes whoever left this has to be nearby.
Yeah, and the sauna, this hot tub area is weird. it's got a hot tub, but then she's walking around all these bushes. Like, the hot tub area just opens up into a jungle or something.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out this space. I think that's an enclosed arboretum.
Okay, that makes some sense. It's just because she only walked in so far, and it just looked like it kept going for a while, but you never...
Yeah, I think there was a couple of signs like this is like an enclosed arboretum type thing.
Okay.
So she's got the secret admirer now. She's going after this person. Like, she's like, come on. I'm like, it's not a dog. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's in the hot tub. We think we're going to get, it's a hot tub. So, are we going to get one of these old school drownings? Are we going to get a hold her under and turn up the heat and boil her? What are we going to get?
There's so many options.
There's so many options. What he starts to do here is he closes, the hot tub's got a lid that locks.
And it's glass.
So he closes that on her while she's in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is a terrible way to go.
Yes.
I mean, she can kind of get up and breathe a little bit, not much. So then he starts drilling holes in this top. And you're like, okay, so she's immediately, she can't breathe. She's going to go right to the holes where the air is. But then he's drilling. He keeps drilling. Like, he's kind of like jabbing at her with the drill. I'm like, oh, okay. But you know what? Getting drilled to death like this, just getting poked, that is a better way to go than just this piece of glass over top of you in a hot tub. I mean, I think that would be a better way to go.
Yeah.
But then he loses patience, and he comes up with the best thing yet, which is he just says, fuck it.
Fuck it.
He opens up the hot tub and throws the drill in her.
Yeah. He got tired halfway through.
It's like, if you really want to fuck with people, you got to be a lot more patient.
Yeah.
It was so funny because this causes the power to go out in the whole mansion, which I'm like, this place has got to have 20 circuit breakers.
You would think.
But it causes the power to go out, and everybody, the entire party, as soon as the power goes out, everybody's like, "Aw!"
Yeah. Yeah. And then they kind of start to scatter.
They just go away.
Yeah. It's like, oh, power's out. Let's go somewhere else.
Whoever's left, right? It's like Dorothy and Kate are the only ones left at this point. And Dorothy starts throwing Adam's name out there as a suspect.
Yep.
They say, well, he's no angel. And I was like, oh, that's...
Aww.
But he is.
Yeah.
Mr. Boreanaz, in fact, was an angel for years.
Yes.
Yes, he
well,
was.
Vampire named Angel.
Okay, but close enough. Anyway, Dorothy's going on about being picked on, and she's completely unhinged here.
Yes.
She is just still this little kid, this little middle school child.
Yeah.
On the inside. Nothing
Yeah,
has changed. She was stuck there. So Katie calls Vaughn. She's like, stuff is getting bad. Stuff's going down. She tries to call Vaughn. They hear a phone ringing when she calls Vaughn. They follow it out to the backyard. There is a little koi pond there, and there is Vaughn's head. And there is Adam's IOU.
Yeah.
How'd that get in there with Vaughn's head?
Yeah. I mean, you're like, no, Adam, no.
Yeah. And then she goes back in, and here comes Adam.
Yeah.
Down the stairs. He's walking down the stairs in a very strange way, and he asks her for a dance. He's like, I'm asking nicely if you'll dance with me. And you think about, obviously, you think about Jeremy Melton.
Yep.
And Kate's like, okay. And then she kicks him in the nuts and goes running. But he makes a very quick recovery.
Yes, he does.
She discovers Paige's body. Yes. And then she gets him with a wine bottle.
Yes.
It's very classic, this final sequence here where there's bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just bodies all over the place. There's heads of bodies.
So many people have been killed. We just can't keep up.
Yeah. Kate gets a hold of a gun, and she's stalking around, and the cherub jumps out at her.
Yes.
And Adam is the one who's been following her, who's been stalking her.
Yes.
Well, we think that. Adam gets shot off on the cherub.
Yes.
And blows the cherub away. Like, so, well, Adam's not the cherub.
Yay!
They unmask the cherub, and it's Dorothy.
All this time.
It
was Dorothy.
It was fucking Dorothy.
I never thought it was Adam. He's too good for that.
Didn't. Interesting, because then what happens next is they're like, oh, well, they got to call the police, and they got to get this.
Yes.
Oh, this place is a mess.
Yeah, this place needs to be cleaned.
We don't know where Dorothy's parents are, but
they're going to be cleaning when they come home.
Yeah. So, but as far as we know, they're the only two people alive in the house right now. And so Adam's holding her, and then as he's holding her and caressing her, all of a sudden, his nose starts bleeding.
Doom, doom, doom.
So maybe it was Adam. Actually, it was Adam.
No, I'll never believe it.
Well, it doesn't matter what you believe, because that's what happened. This movie's not going to set the world on fire, you know. It's a fun movie.
Yes, it was. It was very fun.
It's a fun movie. I think what I like about this movie is, all the 80s slashers tropes are all here. But it's cheesy in a different way.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's hard, because if I watch something like My Bloody Valentine, I'm giving it 4 hot dog water hearts for a different reason.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to watch, let's just say Suspiria, I think I gave Suspiria 5, whatever I gave Suspiria 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm going to judge the movie on what it is, what it understands itself to be. This movie is not trying to be Suspiria.
No.
It's not trying to be The Shining or anything else. This movie is trying to be a fun 80s style slasher movie updated into the 2000s. And in doing that, it is very successful.
Yes.
And for that reason, I will give it, 4 bloody noses out of 5. Does that mean I think from an purely artistic standpoint that it's as good as Suspiria or even close? Of course not. That's ridiculous. But it doesn't think it's as good as Suspiria. And it's not trying to be. It is trying to be exactly what it is. And it does it well.
Yes.
A lot of movies try to be exactly what they are, and they don't do it well.
Yeah.
But
this one worked really well.
Yes, this one. We just discussed one that was trying to be something and didn't do it well.
Yeah.
But this one did it well.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good. It was funny. It did what it wanted to do.
Did what it wanted to do, and it did it well. So,
yes.
Yeah, good movie. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I do like the level of self-awareness here.
Yeah.
I think that's something that a lot of the movies in the 80s, I think there was self-awareness there, but I think sometimes we look at those movies with our modern lens and we give them too much credit for self-awareness.
Yeah.
I don't think they had as much self-awareness as we want to think they did.
Yeah.
But this movie, I think the self-awareness was right there.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. So, anyway, great movie. You know, if you have not seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. And I don't have anything else to say. You don't have anything else to say. So next week we're going to go off plan a little bit. We had planned to discuss When Harry Met Sally as our transition into Rob Reiner month. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to instead be talking about Together, which we think ties in well with Valentine's.
Yeah.
I know there's some controversy around it, but maybe we'll touch on that when we talk about the movie. But we will still be talking about When Harry Met Sally. That will still be our transition from horror February Valentine's into non-horror Rob Reiner stuff.
Yeah.
For March.
We're still going to do it just a week later.
Yeah. So until next week when we'll be talking about Together. You can also check out our other podcasts. We are doing season 3 of Dexter on Deconstructing the Dark Passenger, the podcast about all things Dexter. We're doing season 2 of Evil on our podcast, The Final Assessment. We have our website, show notes, if you want to reach out on our socials, if you want to send us an email with your thoughts.
Tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think. Tell us how we're wrong. All of that's fine. Love to hear from you. Tell us what you think we could do better. Or anything you'd like to say. If you have an idea of a movie that you think we haven't seen that you want us to watch or whatever, that's great too. Let us know. And until next week, when we talk about Together.
Later.
Later.